Hi guys, welcome back to Agents Unmasked. I'm so excited to have two awesome guys with me. I've got Ivan and Sammy Chu. I think all of you guys are familiar with Ivan. He's been, we've had a chat recently, and he's now part of our MASKFORCE and the Lego team, and he's kindly joined and is going to help us chat with Sammy, who's all the way in Hong Kong right now. Hi, Sammy. Welcome.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. Thanks so much for joining us. I really want Sammy to know how enamored I am. I really love his work. I mean, I remember the first thing I saw was his Bulldog, I think, and then that's followed by the Bullet, and then since then he's kind of expanded. And what I love is the creativity and the difference in style, like all the different Lego guys have. And Ivan has a different style, and I think we really want to get into all these nice differences because that's awesome. But I want to find out about Sammy himself. What made him kind of gravitate towards M.A.S.K as a child? And then eventually, how did that become an inspiration to go down M.A.S.K and Lego?
Okay, yeah. Robert 係第一次見到你嗰啲Lego 嘅 build 咧，就係灰色嗰架 Bulldog 啦，跟住同埋嗰架Volcano 個火山，同埋我諗你第三架係邊架？第三架應該係第三架應該係應該係邊可能要拉後少少，因為睇唔到。哦 ，OK。So Raven is his yeah，係跟住佢係想知道你有咩OK 有即係你創造M.A.S.K 嘅 Lego 嘅背景同埋嗰個背後有咩故事啊？即係如果係你係細個就中意 M.A.S.K 啊，或者係你細個就本身有 M.A.S.K 嘅玩具啊，或者係你係之後先開始中意 M.A.S.K 嘅，咁你可以同我哋講下啲背後嘅故事係。
細個有嗰啲玩具，其實係細個玩過嗰啲玩具，係。但係套卡通片其實有睇過，但係唔記得嘅，應該係，因為太細個嗰陣時。
你睇一睇先，我用
過嗰啲玩具。
So yeah, Sammy was sharing with us that he used to have some of the toys when he was a kid, and he used to watch the the cartoon back in I think it's air on TV on TVB.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think his first M.A.S.K was the Volcano. 你第一架係 Volcano 係咪？
係第一架係。
OK。同埋你自己本身嘅玩具都係 Volcano 係？
係啊，我本身有呢架嘅，有呢架玩具。
係你細嗰陣時第一個M.A.S.K 嘅玩具。
係。
Yeah. So Volcano is also his first M.A.S.K toy.
Okay.
When he was a kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's inspiration to recreate this childhood.
Yeah.
Using Lego.
Okay. So which one was the first? So when he was a kid, did he prefer? Did he know like M.A.S.K or Venom? Did he have a preference of one or the other?
Sammy，你細個嗰陣時咧，有冇中意 M.A.S.K 多啲，即係好人多啲，或者係 Venom 壞人多啲？
其實都冇，其實都冇話中意邊個多啲，因為嗰陣時都唔識，根本就。
哦，咁你最中意嘅係細嗰陣時，你最中意嘅係乜嘢？
係邊一款啊？係咪？
係啊，係邊一款？
我諗都係呢架啦，都係呢架啦。OK。
So as a kid, Sammy, he just mentioned that he didn't really have a preference of whether M.A.S.K or Venom because as a kid, it really doesn't really matter. Yeah,
he just liked the toys.
He just liked the toys. Yeah.
Okay.
And his favorite was the Volcano.
So which one was then the first one that he built for his Lego M.A.S.K?
Sammy 第一格嘅 M.A.S.K 係咪 Volcano？
係啊。
Yeah.
So it's the first one. Volcano is the first one.
Okay. And when he built it, did he like have the toy on hand to try and like use it as a model to build, or did he like look online, or how did he go about building it?
咁你砌 volcano 嗰陣時，有冇嗰個真正嘅 volcano 喺你手上啊？或者你係
冇啦，冇咗啦，已經係啦，因為好細個嗰陣時已經唔見咗啦。
咁你係點樣用你係用網上啲圖片啊，或者係點樣用個靈感去砌呢個 volcano 咧？
其實係本身係因為有呢個 LEGO 個碌先嘅，跟住咧就先諗到可以砌翻佢出嚟喎，跟住就上網揾啲圖片啊，同埋揾啲睇啲片，睇翻啲片，咁記得翻佢點樣喐啊，咁樣跟住先去砌咯。
Okay, 明白。咁我翻譯先啊。Okay, so for Sammy, he started. So the interesting part is he started with the wheels, which is an important element for volcano.
Yes.
And then from there, he started to do research online.
Okay.
As well as look back on the videos that you can find probably on YouTube, as well as all the different channels like MASKFORCE.
Yep.
So that's where he find all to research on how he needs to build the volcano.
Yeah, that's amazing. Because I mean, I think what I find really fascinating with his creations is they really are like a mimic of the toy. Like when you see it from that distance on the table, you could almost think that was the toy, that realism that he puts in. And
especially if you look at it, is he tried to do it studdless. So
yes.
There's only like the 4 studs, which is the minimum as minimum as you can find.
Yes, right on the top, right? Just above the thing, but the rest is all studless. It's really quite impressive.
Yeah. So it gives you like that kind of feeling that is it the real one or is it a Lego build? Yeah.
Exactly. It's just phenomenal. So maybe he wants to kind of show us and tell us like about his creation.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Sammy, 你係咪想同我哋解釋嗰個 volcano？
係咪可以即係變一次俾佢睇？
好啊，我哋就係等緊你嗰個變形。
Okay.
So Sammy is doing the transformation of his volcano build for us right now.
Yeah.
So as you can see, it opens up exactly like how the real toy transform. And the middle platform raises up, and the top part opens up as well to reveal the small little cannon.
Yeah. That's very cool.
Yeah. And I think he make the effort to paint the parts in chrome as well.
Yes, I was going to ask. So those are not original. I mean, they're original Lego pieces, but they don't come in chrome, right? For Lego, these were custom
They
colored?
used to come in chrome, so they are original Lego pieces. So he is using a chrome pen to paint the chrome on the original Lego piece.
Okay, yeah, it's original Lego with chrome on. It's why it looks really cool.
Yeah.
How did he choose the size of making it? Was it based on that he knew what he wanted it to be able to transform and had to then choose pieces to kind of make it bigger? Because these are quite a lot bigger than some other Lego mask MOCs.
Sammy 啊，你製造個 volcano 嗰陣時，個構思嗰陣時咧，有冇諗過嗰個即係佢，因為本身佢係屬於比較大少少嘅一個build 啦。咁你喺嗰個scale 上面咧，有冇做過比較啊，或者係用嗰個網上嗰啲圖片要嚟做對比咧？
其實我砌嗰陣時係純粹就係就翻個碌咯，所以我其實嗰陣時反而冇諗佢嗰個大細，同埋我都係用個人仔嚟就個比例，其實都係係主要都係人仔。即係想做翻個邊啲？係啦咁樣咯，主要係㗎。係。
So for Sammy, he because this is his first MASK MOC.
Yeah.
So for the scaling, he's based it on the wheel that is available, and from there, because that's the most important element, and then from there he scale based on the wheel and
Okay.
the minifigs that you see over here that
Yeah.
are both customized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're fully customized. So did he make those customs himself for the minifigs?
Sammy 呢兩個 minifig 係咪你自己做㗎？
呢兩個個頭盔係，但係個身咧就係揾人印嘅。
So the helmets are customized by himself.
Wow.
The torso of the minifig is printed by a shop that is a customized shop. Yeah.
Okay, so he actually has them printed onto the minifigs.
Yeah.
Wow, very cool.
Maybe we can take a closer look to the torso. I'll just let him know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sammy 可唔可以放嗰個人仔咧嗰個 torso 嗰個身體俾我哋睇下，因為我哋想睇下嗰個印嗰個水印。呢個係水印或者印上去嘅？
佢係印嘅，應該係印刷嚟。
Very cool. Yep. Wow, the attention to detail to get it printed is quite cool.
And is on all 360. Basically, it's on the
it's all the way around.
Arms, the back and the front. Yeah,
correct.
Even the
torso was going around, right? It was going in the legs as well.
Yeah.
Wow, very cool.
And it's not easy to print. This kind of small scale.
Yeah. Very cool. So how long did it take him to build this? To design and build?
Sammy 你用咗幾多時間去做 volcano 啊？
應該係砌咗2個禮拜到2星期。
It took around 2 weeks to complete.
Okay.
係從構思到製造或者係完全？
從構思到製造完全完成，而唔係即係人咯，你唔係個人。
So from concept stage to building stage plus having the minifigs customized, he took around 2 weeks.
Wow.
Amazing speed.
That's super fast. So does he build like trial and error? Does he use like the LDD or any of the software as well?
咁你製造嗰陣時有冇用到任何嘅電腦去構思？係完全係用係用專嚟
係用專嚟砌出嚟係。
So for him, he doesn't use Studio or any available LDD software that is in the market. So he built it the old school way.
Yeah.
Or all the bigs. Yeah, basically just trial and error, a lot of trial and error, which is what most of us are doing as well.
I guess that's also more fun, right? You've got the tactile sensation of building and feeling as you're building it along.
Yeah, I mean, for a builder myself, I can say that it's both fun at the same time. Sometimes it's
stressful and frustrating.
Sometimes you need to have a certain piece, and it's just not there. You just need to search for the piece,
and then you just have to rebuild, take the whole thing apart, and start again.
That is that's the agony that is building.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Sometimes if we have the software and if you are familiar with the software, it does help a lot.
Yeah. Cool. So which one does he want to show us next?
Sammy 你下一個想同我哋介紹個
下一架好似係呢個係 Bulldog.
Yeah, Bulldog, right? What's the next one?
Bulldog is next, yeah.
So it's almost the same size. Yeah.
Almost the same size, slightly smaller.
Slightly,
in terms of the Lego build.
Yeah, slightly smaller.
Slightly lower and smaller.
Yeah. Probably about 10-20% less, right?
Yeah, but you can see the attention, the details in terms of the stickers.
Yeah.
And the the level of details in terms of the screen that he's using, the windscreen.
Yeah.
Yeah. As well as the chrome pieces that he customized himself.
Yeah, it's really
amazing. Yeah.
Okay.
Very cool. Yep. So let's see the Lego because that's the.
Okay, 咁我哋好正啊！咁
係
個咧真正嘅個 M.A.S.K toy 係完全係個一模一樣，即係變形係一模一樣，同埋嗰個你製造嗰陣時都係用翻嗰個真正嘅 mask toy 嚟做個構思？
其實都唔係啊，因為我砌佢嘅時候咧，其實佢未翻到嚟。
哦，
係啊，仲喺 eBay 度買緊，未運到翻嚟。所以其實我砌佢嘅時候都係一樣係上網揾圖片睇住嚟砌。
Okay, so what Sammy has shared with us is that when he first built the bulldog, he didn't have the actual toy with him.
Okay.
So it was in between the designing stage that he bid it on eBay, and the toy came after. So when he was designing the bulldog, he was doing very much like what he researched on Volcano. He was
Volcano.
The information what was his as well.
So what did he feel? What was his reaction when he actually got the bulldog toy and got to put it side by side? That must have been like really cool to see your own creation next to the actual one. That's like awesome. Yeah. What was he thinking?
咁你當你即係從 eBay 攞到嗰個真正玩具之後咧，你第一個感覺係點樣啊？
第一個都 OK 啊，都算係砌得似啦，感覺上。
咁你有冇將佢哋兩個拍埋一齊，跟住再睇下嗰個變形嘅嗰個過程有冇有冇咩唔一樣啊？咁再做啲改變啊咁樣。
有嘅，其實就係主要就係前面嗰個電鋸啊。我初頭係冇砌到嗰個電鋸嘅，因為我睇個玩具嘅時候，我係唔知道原來佢嗰度有個電鋸可以彈出嚟嘅。咁所以我後尾就加翻落去啦。
Okay, so Sammy was just sharing with us that when he first got the toy from eBay, he was checking out on the transformation between what he has created and the actual toy. So most of the transformation is similar. However, what happened is there is a saw that is part of the transformation, and he realized that the actual toy has it and his creation doesn't have it. So that is the time that he needs to go back into the workshop and start to recreate that part.
Cool.
So he wants the level of accuracy.
That attention to detail. So he can show us his bulldog, I guess.
The transformation.
Sammy
可唔可以show 我哋嗰個變形嘅過程啊？即係你個 LEGO 嘅。唔需要。咁我哋真正嘅玩具就可以放一邊。係。咁而家我哋因為你個 LEGO 係主角。
好 ，OK。好，咁就變咗個履帶先啦。
So Sammy is showing us the transformation now. As you can see, the back from wheels, it turns into the tank tracks.
And it's so smooth, the transformation, and like perfect, like it fits in. Wow.
It fits in exactly. And the front portion, the cap portion.
That's also cool.
So it goes down.
Like the toy.
And the bumper goes down as well. So the top of the cap
and then the cannon.
And the cannon,
And then the saw blade.
So this is the part that saw that he mentioned that he didn't have it initially, and after getting the toy, now he has it.
Wow.
And it's very smooth. You can see that. Sammy 再喐俾我哋睇下前後個本身係好順嘅，我哋睇得到。
嗰個腳係嘛？
腳同埋佢個本身係成架車喐可以喐前喐後。
So no add-on pieces or anything needed. It's all self-contained.
No add-on pieces. Everything is 100% full transformation. Which is amazing.
And it looks so sturdy as well. Very cool. 呢個係個粒磚數係幾闊度啊？應該係10粒磚係咪？
應該係唔止啊，應該
Yes. How many studs right across?
12格闊。
12. This is 12 stud wide. Yeah.
Okay. Those stickers, are they printed on as
同埋個
well?
人仔都可以入去嘅。
哦，係啊，係啊，
個人仔。
個人仔都可以入去。
So the minifix also fits in perfectly as well.
Yep. Yep. So cool.
Nice.
Very
同埋
cool.
嗰啲貼紙都係本身自己印出嚟，跟住
係啊，係啊，係啊，係啊，啲貼紙都係本身自己印出嚟。
Yeah, so he customized the stickers on his own as well.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
So how long did this guy take? Was it easier to build it now that it was the second kind of transforming vehicle he was building?
Sammy 本身呢個bulldog 係用咗幾多時間去砌咧？
呢個耐啲啊，呢個好似砌咗3個禮拜，呢個
3個禮拜都好快㗎，
都好快。
So Sammy took about 3 weeks to
Okay.
complete this bulldog.
Yeah.
And 咁砌完，當你砌完第一格 volcano 之後咧，你砌呢格bulldog 會唔會比較？
其實都唔會啊，因為其實呢架好難諗就係呢個位轉呢個位咧，好砌咗好耐呢個位。
好頭痛係咪？
係啊，因為你要做到佢啱啱好轉得到，但係呢度又唔可以離得太開咧。嗰個位咧，係啊，所以諗咗好耐呢個位。
Okay, so Sammy was sharing with us that even though this is a second build, but in terms of the complexity is actually it's
harder.
It's not easier because of the transformation mechanism between the wheels as well to the tent portion, because there's only this much space for the wheels to turn up.
No room. I mean, it looks completely flush, like one more stud, no way. It's like he's just
and it
just
took
there.
Quite a while for him to perfect that portion.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. I think I mean, my question was a bit silly. Was it easier or harder? Because it is a completely different transformation style, right? It's something completely unique, each one. Has he built any other transforming type things? Because I know he's been building a lot of MOCs for a while, and I've seen on his Facebook page, like he seems to like cars. I've noticed a lot of vehicles he built. So is that kind of why that whole also fascination with M.A.S.K and vehicles, vice versa, right? He seems to be a car guy.
Robert 想問你咧，因為佢發覺本身你砌 M.A.S.K 都係有好多係有關於車嘅，同埋佢都有留意到你之前砌好多 MOC 咧係好似你有砌嗰個柯柏文啊或者其他嗰啲車之類嘅咧，咁你本身係咪好中意車，同埋有咩即係可能係本身對車有任何嘅嗜好咧？
係本身都係好中意車，同埋主要我一開始 MOC 嘅時候都係砌車先嘅，所以就變咗砌 M.A.S.K 嘅時候就容易好多啦。起碼一砌車型就會易掌握啲咯。只不過係要將佢變做可以變形咯，咁就 OK。主要係咁。
Yeah, so you're right, Robert. So he loves car, and before this, he has been building a lot of different kinds of car. Like I noticed that he also built the AE86.
Yep.
Yeah, and all the different like movie related cars MOC. So it's also part of the reason why he loves M.A.S.K because there's a lot of vehicles involved, cars and all. The challenge is really in the transformation because before that, all his other builds doesn't need to have
static.
But with M.A.S.K, we would love to make it have a full transformation.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Shall we take a look at the third?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah.
Did you have a Bullet as a child? Because I remember you had in your story, Bullet was your first vehicle.
I do have. 細嗰陣時有冇一架 Bullet 嘅？
冇啊，呢架冇。
冇呢架電單車。
冇啊。
So
而家都未有。而家都未有。
Well, now he does.
Now he doesn't have.
I mean, now he has a Lego one, which is cooler.
Yeah, now he has the Lego one, but he doesn't have the real one. Yeah. 咁砌呢架 bullet 有咩故事啊？即係本身係好中意架 bullet 啦，或者係啱啱靈感到嚟啊，想砌啊，或者係咩？
呢架其實係因為見到架 LEGO 有呢個藍色個電單車嗰個殼啊，咁所以就諗到可以試下用呢個殼嚟砌佢出嚟咯，係啊。
Okay, so
主要係咁。
I see. 咁係佢本身 sorry. So for the bullet,
yeah.
The inspiration came from the fact that he saw the blue motorbike.
Yeah.
And if he was thinking that no, this fits bullet really well.
Okay.
And with this element.
Yeah.
And that's the element that he needed to build bullet basically.
Okay.
And, with that he just hands on and try it on, and then that's the end result.
Okay.
不如變下身俾我哋睇啊。
好啊。
So Sammy is going to show us the transformation for the bullet. So the wheels.
Yep.
Turn.
That's okay.
No problem. 有冇做過任何改裝㗎？咁嘅好似睇嗰個係有黐住係咪？
邊度？
佢個車身嗰度。
車身嗰度冇㗎，都係咁樣嘅啫。係
砌上去嘅。
砌上去嘅。
咁其他係用貼紙㗎啦。
係貼紙嚟嗰啲係。
So there's no modification on the body of the bike. Everything is within Lego element pieces. Wow. He customized the stickers.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Because the bike itself, it doesn't lead itself to being able to fix things on. He really was quite creative to find the elements to go around to.
I think there is only two studs that you can do anything within that bike body. So there is actually a lot of limitation. Yeah, to do something with that body. 呢個砌咗幾耐啊，阿 Sammy？
呢個好快嘅，呢個應該砌咗1個禮拜，應該。
So it took Sammy about 1 week to build this.
Wow. Okay. So compared to like half the time of a volcano, I guess it was quite difficult to figure out how to get the elements to work together.
咁呢個細個嘅 bullet 係咪即係同 volcano 或者同 bulldog 做比較嚟講，你會唔會覺得個 bullet 會比較難砌啲啊？或者係個難度會點咧？
個難度主要係因為佢細架，但係又要做到變形咯。咁所以就要諗佢呢個位咧點樣可以變得到？個難度主要係喺呢度。
So yes, the challenge for bullet because the main challenge is really because of the size. It's really small. Yeah, so the pain point for him is the transformation from the wheels that turns out nicely, and then it can transform back nicely into the bike into the hover bike mode. Yeah. So that's the challenge for him.
Correct. I mean, I guess it would have been easy to do this one as an add-on, but it's to keep that smoothness and transformation without falling apart.
Yeah.
So
he customized the minifig as well.
Yeah. So cool.
呢個人仔係你自己做嘅，或者？
係啊，呢個係完全係自己做。頭盔同埋個衫都係自己畫嘅，今次呢個就。
咁個頭盔拆出嚟俾我哋睇下，同埋個衫。
不過佢冇咗個頭，因為個頭盔黐住咗兩邊嘅頭。但係我有佢個頭喺度咯，其實。但係要擺咗喺上面。
Okay. So the helmet and the full body is customized by himself this time.
Yeah.
So the fourth creation that he did is Raven.
Yeah, so one of my favorite vehicles. So I remember seeing that, and he's even got all the details of the stripes, which were not stickers. These were printed on the toys. Yeah.
Actual pieces. Yeah. 咁呢架Raven 係本身係Robert 最中意嘅，其實
係啊，
跟住係啊，
其實我都好中意呢架，
你都好中意㗎。So it's also Sammy's favorite favorite toy。
I mean,
有冇
it's
真正嘅 toy 喺你手上
有啊有啊有啊。
？Raven. So he has the actual Raven as
okay.
well. So
So
we can do the
what I
comparison.
think is amazing is how did he get the curvature on the body, like the slope
Robert 想問你咧嗰個即係
on the bonnet? Yeah.
尤其是嗰個頭冚啊，佢本身嗰個
I don't have it.
佢嗰啲弧度咧係好即個弧度都好深下嘅。咁係你係點做出嗰個弧？
其實都係用翻 LEGO 嗰啲零件砌出嚟嘅，只不過係望住個玩具嚟砌咯。呢個就真係有件實物喺度，因為我本身已經有呢架，咁變咗就可以跟住嚟砌。係。
So for Raven, the advantage for him is that he has the actual Raven toy. For the building process this time, and for the curvature of the bonnet portion, right? It's mostly based on Lego pieces that is already available.
Yeah, I mean,
from there he just do a lot of trial and error to match the curvature of his Lego M.A.S.K to the actual toy.
Wow, and even with that, he's managed to keep it also basically studless, right? Like
mostly studless. I think I don't see any visible studs.
Yeah.
佢本身嘅 Raven 咧係冇個 stud 喺上面嘅係咪？完全係冇磚塊嘅係咪？即係冇磚點喺上面。
盡量都冇粒塊，冇磚，盡量都冇晒粒粒咁咯。
冇晒粒粒係咪？
係，其實我都係中意砌到佢冇粒粒，盡可能。
係。咁我睇到係完全係冇粒粒嘅，好似呢架。
有少少，車頂有少少。
Yeah, so just okay. But I guess that's kind of like the hallmark, right, of a Lego vehicle, that you at least have the little row on top, so you're at least keeping that little bit of trueness to being a Lego, right? True to Lego.
Yeah. So for Sammy's philosophy is he usually try to make it studless as much as possible. And you can see that for Raven that is the 4 studs is that's the pushing the limit of what the elements can do in the first place as well.
Yeah.
Perhaps we can look at the transformation of Raven this time.
Yeah.
不如你show 俾我哋觀眾睇下嗰個點樣變形啊？
好啊。
Okay. 好。
The camera is good. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
So we start with the front.
Yeah.
Do a 360 turn.
And then the wheels.
The wheels goes up. After which is the 2 doors.
Yeah. I like that it's even got that little bit of the curvature in the doors, like and the thing. That's so cool.
And then
and the back comes up.
The spoiler that goes up.
Wow.
And the back wheels that goes down.
Yeah.
So this is the alternate. Is it a submarine mode? It is a
seaplane. Yeah.
Oh, it's a seaplane mode. Yeah.
Yep. It's really very, very cool.
所以你用咗幾多時間去砌個 Raven 啊？
呢架都係應該係2個禮拜度，2星期。
2個禮拜。So it took Sammy around 2 weeks to build Raven.
Yeah.
From concept stage to the actual building stage.
So how does he start his builds? Does he work on that transformation part first and then build out from there, because that's the integral part, or does he where does he usually start? What's his process?
Sammy Robert 想問你咧，即係砌架 Raven 或者係其他嘅 M.A.S.K， 你會通常諗個變形嘅構造先啦，或者係你係會有咩秘訣去砌每一格嘅 M.A.S.K 嘅咧？
其實應該係諗咗點砌個變形先，因為如果諗唔到個變形係點樣變咧，咁就開始就會好難咯。咁如果諗咗個概念係知道諗住大約係要點變咧，先開始砌咧就會易啲。係。
So for Sammy, he when he conceptualize M.A.S.K, he tries to think about the transformation first.
Yeah.
And to study what are the steps to each transformation. From there, he will try to think in his head how he can use the Lego pieces to match the transformation. And from there, it's just a matter of putting the pieces together.
Yeah. Cool. I love this. I remember Raven, I mean, as a kid, was one of the ones I used to just keep pressing that to flip that front part. I just love that. And his one, how it spins around nicely. It's just so, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so satisfying. Yeah.
It's the coolest thing around.
Yeah. Very, very cool.
So right now what we can see is he's showing us the jackhammer.
Yep.
Jackhammer.
And this is the one that the two of you had as a challenge, right? To
Yes,
both build jackhammer. Yeah.
Yeah. 不如講下我哋點解砌架jackhammer啊？
因為呢架就開始係我哋認識咗你開始，係啊。
You did it within a week, is it? A week or 2 weeks or something? The two of you did it so fast, right?
I think about 1 to 2 weeks.
Yeah.
For myself,
yeah.
I think we were having this friendly build off between us, and then we gave ourselves 1 month, but end up we just take about 1 week to 2 weeks to complete everything.
Yeah. I mean
呢個你砌咗幾耐啊？總共你記唔記得？我記得12月嗰陣時，
我記得好似應該都係2個星期到啦，好似係嘛？
應該
好快嘅，其實呢架都好快砌得。係。
So it took Sammy about 2 weeks to complete the jackhammer.
Cool.
因為呢架車個線條簡單啲，所以變咗就個外形就快啲完成到。
So he just shared with us that he find the jackhammer, the curvature as well as the overall design simpler compared to the other MASK builds that he had built before.
Okay.
So the building process is actually much easier, and he's able to complete it faster than the other builds.
Okay. I guess the transformation, there is a lot of transformation, but just starting off with a squarer structure, right? Than like Raven, where you've got all the curves and things you need to keep into account. This is more like a traditional car that has got the turret and the front.
Yeah, and I think it's one of our dreams to have a Jeep all this while.
Correct. I don't think there's many people who won't like a Jeep, a Ford Bronco, as this one is.
So, Sammy, 不如 show 俾我哋觀眾睇下個變形嘅係。
Yeah.
So he's going to show us the transformation now. Starts with the bonnet. And now is the back of the jackhammer. The seat opens up.
Yep. And then the thing comes out. That's the anti-aircraft guns.
The door opens, just like the real toy.
Yep.
Yeah, in the front. So everything fits in perfectly. He didn't have to do any kind of part-forming. Part-forming is just basically transferring one part to another part and taking it apart. So everything is within the build itself.
Yeah.
And he has the actual toy beside it to show the scale of build. Yeah, beside it.
So his vehicles seem to be, they're a larger scale, but they seem to be more or less in scale with one another. Like they seem to be proportional. Is that something he was trying to go for, or is it just because of the way it's built and the size you have, it automatically fits into that scale?
Yeah, Robert 問你咧，即係你砌呢架jackhammer 同埋個真嘅jackhammer，即係個玩具嗰個 hammer 咧，本身係個體型係差唔多嘅。咁你當你構造嗰陣時，有冇諗過即係嗰啲個每架車嘅體型，因為你有其他唔同嘅個 M.A.S.K 嘛，咁嗰啲 嗰啲體型，你有冇做一個對比啊？或者係你係用嗰個真嘅玩具嚟做對比啊？或者係你會用唔同嘅玩具嚟做對比咧？即係唔同嘅你之前砌過嘅MOC 嚟做對比咧？
其實我都冇噶，其實我都冇乜對比嘅，基本上。其實我主要係就咧嗰啲碌彎位啊，即係嗰啲碌拱位啊，同埋我覺得其實我不嬲砌 LEGO 都係睇下個感覺嘅啫，即係睇下憑感覺覺得砌出嚟係要點先可以砌得似個玩具，咁所以就去砌幾大架咯，係啦。同埋主要我都係就翻個人咯，其實都係就翻個人。
Okay.
係咯。
So Sammy was sharing with us that he tries to achieve the minifig scale. That is one of his criteria for most of his MOCs.
Okay.
But one of the interesting thing that he shared with us is that he's very particular about the wheel size.
Okay.
Yeah. So for him, it actually starts with the wheel and how it moves up to the bonnet and the rest of the body parts. And then most of the time it will fit into the scale of the toy. But he's not really very particular in terms of the scale of it versus the rest of these other builds.
Okay.
Yeah, because he takes more of the sudden feeling that this is the he has the kit of starting to build this.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
then,
each one is an individual. Each one is an individual toy. I mean, individual build, so it's its own thing. Yeah, no, but I can see what he means with the wheels. I mean, he already shared, I guess, that with Volcano as well, and I can see because the wheels sometimes do define the vehicle, right? Like with this Jeep, you need to have those nice chunky 4-wheel drive Thunderhawk. Yeah. 主角車。
你砌咗幾耐啊？主角車
呢架砌咗，呢架都係一個禮拜到嘅，應該。
一個禮拜。So for Thunderhawk, it took about 1 week to build.
Okay. So I guess because the transformations are minimal, it's actually just the spoiler, right, at the back, and then the wings being part. Yeah. Yeah, so it's very.
你係咪有個真正嘅Thunderhawk 喺你？
冇啊，係啊，我呢架冇啊，我。
You show off a Thunderhawk as well.
Yeah, yours Thunderhawk.
We all have a Thunderhawk. Yeah, so all of us have a Thunderhawk.
That's so cool.
我都好想有呢架。
So for Thunderhawk, he doesn't have the actual toy with him.
Yep.
So most of the research is the same thing, falls back on researching online as well as finding videos to do the transformation.
Yeah. Very cool.
咁呢個主角機係咪你其中一個比較中意嘅主角機啊？
其實我一般嘅啫，其實我唔係話特別中意佢，因為我覺得佢個變形比較簡單。
So the question for Sammy that I have just now is because we know Thunderhawk is one of the main character.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is it? I was just asking him, is it his favorite build? So he was just showing me that it's actually not one of his favorite toy. The main reason why is that he finds the transformation is one of the simplest in terms of the whole transformation.
I mean, I mean, I have to agree with this. I mean, I think a lot of fans, some will think it's blasphemy, but there's also a whole group who really feel Thunderhawk was one of the weaker toys in the toy line. And the plastic also on it is fairly not as good. It's quite, if I were to use the word cheap, I don't want to use it for a M.A.S.K toy, but compared to something like Manta, which has got nice body, it's solid. It's got a solid transformation. It is so, but regardless of that, it is iconic because it's Thunderhawk.
It's Thunderhawk, yes.
Yeah, Thunderhawk is Thunderhawk. So it doesn't matter. I mean, but I agree. The transformation, I mean, it was cool seeing the gull wings shoot up, but it wasn't super spectacular. I mean, there's other cars that do have gull wings that don't fly. So, yeah.
But for me, I think personally, I love the Thunderhawk as a kid.
Yeah.
Like,
So did I. I mean,
cars that fly. I mean, this is the ultimate
no, exactly,
dream, right?
exactly. So I said I'm not too fussed with the.
Yeah.
But you know what? As I was talking with someone the other day, what's amazing with the toy is that they even bothered to go to details like putting rivets on the bottom, which is just quite unheard of to worry about an undersurface of a toy. So I think that attention to detail is there. I mean, I guess it's true to the cartoon, so we can't ask for more, right? But I know what Sammy means with transformation.
Yeah, I agree with him as well.
Yeah.
咁 Sammy 佢Robert 話就係本身係佢都係明白嗰個變形係好簡單，所以佢都係但係呢個本身都係主角機啦，所以好多好似我哋都有個情懷啦，呢個男人嘅浪漫。
Just compare it to like Switchblade, the size, the stature of Switchblade, its transformation where it can boom really become quite different, but it's huge, right? The difference, it really is. But yeah, cool.
咁個人仔咧，個人仔嘅 Matrix， 個人仔係你自己做嘅，或者
係自己做嘅，
全部自己做嘅。
Very cool.
So he customized it himself.
Yep.
個頭盔咧都係自己有嘅，係咪？
係啊，個頭盔都係自己有。
So he painted the helmet himself as well. I think it's from a stormtrooper helmet.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it looks like a stormtrooper helmet.
Yeah.
Cool. So the body, is this printed or painted? The torso?
個人仔嘅身體係印上去還定係油？
有啊，自己有嘅。
自己有嘅係 It's painted.
Okay, very cool.
個人仔用咗幾耐時間去做啊？
人仔兩日到啦。
2日到啊！哇，都好快下喎。So he took around 2 days to complete the customization of Matt.
Of Matt.
Yeah.
T-box.
And T-bob. Yeah.
And T-bob, yeah.
Yeah.
呢個砌咗幾耐啊 ？T-bob
呢個砌咗應該有1個禮拜即係改咗幾次啊，改咗幾次咁。
So for T-bob, it took around 1 week to complete.
Yeah.
Although the size is small, it looks like it's But in terms of the transformation and the he actually took it apart a few times just to perfect it.
Okay.
Yeah, and he also has Scott.
Yeah. So I mean, I can appreciate it's sometimes you look at it and you're like, oh, it's a small little thing. It's very easy to build, but it's getting that intricacy and transformation with the smaller limitations which you have on a small item, right? It's even harder.
Yeah, and from a builder's point of view, the smaller the actual build is actually much harder to perfect. And when it comes to you need to transform, there's only so much space and limit of stocks that you can actually play around with. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, 好正。咁
係咪要變下呢㗎？
變咗啦！我哋未變咩？我咁變俾我哋睇啊！
變翻車係嘛？
變翻車好啊，好啊！
變翻車，
即係由嗰個飛機變翻去做跑車。So he's transforming from the
okay.
training mode.
Oh, that's neat.
The sports car mode.
Yeah, in the Camaro. That's very neat, the transformation. And it looks like you can't see that it can transform before you, when you see it like this, you don't imagine you can change it. It's quite smooth. Very cool.
And you can observe that the build is almost studdless as well.
Yeah.
So the transformation from sports car to, you can see the details at the back.
Yeah, he even has the exhaust.
Almost like the exhaust part.
Yeah. And I like that he's got that curvature on the nose that he's put on as well, and the detail of the headlights. Yeah. So
next to the Thunderhawk, we have the Condor.
Yeah.
你有冇嗰個真正嘅玩具啊？有個 Condor. So he has the actual Condor with him.
Yep.
放喺一齊嘅話，個 size 係
差唔多大細。
OK， 我哋再轉個角度睇下個後面。
Yeah.
So in terms of the scale and the size is actually similar.
Yeah.
For Condor.
I mean, I think really looking at all his builds so far, they all seem to be like maybe within 10 to 20% of the original of the actual toy. They look fairly similar, like proportional. Even though it was not intentionally done, it ends up being that way.
I guess it all starts with a certain element that he chose.
Correct.
With the key element, he just scaled up from there.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah. And he's showing us the transformation of both the toy and the Lego M.A.S.K.
Yeah.
Sammy 砌個呢個綠色嘅 Condor 咧，有咩難題同埋大概砌咗幾耐啊？
呢架應該砌咗2個星期度。最難最難就係呢個螺旋槳。呢個螺旋槳呢個變形係砌得最耐，改咗好多次呢個螺旋槳係。
So it took Sammy around 2 weeks to build the Condor. For him, the hardest part he find to build is the rotating helicopter bit. Yeah, because there's only so much space and the element limitation.
No, exactly.
So he tear it apart and rebuilt quite a few times to perfection. And you can see that it's really small and yet having all the right transformation and the pieces that fits exactly like how Condor transform.
Yeah. So what I like also, I didn't mention before, I wanted to say before with this Hong Kong connection. I say connection because a lot of the M.A.S.K toys were made in Hong Kong. So it's a nice little circular tribute that we've gone from the original toys coming from Hong Kong, going around the world, and now suddenly in Asia and in Hong Kong, there's quite a few builders in Hong Kong, Lego builders.
Yeah.
And yourself, you're from Hong Kong originally as well.
Yeah, right? I'm born in Hong Kong as well.
Yeah. So it's come back to Hong Kong in a different form. I think that's so poetic.
Yeah, it's all coming to
full circle.
Full circle, yes. Yeah. 咁我哋知道本身有即係好多嘅 M.A.S.K 嘅玩具咧係香港製造噶嘛。
係啊。
我哋感覺上好似係
Hong Kong.
Also made in Hong Kong?
Yeah, Hong Kong.
好似一個係即係回到原點咁咯。即係好多玩具。
Also my Thunderhawk is also Hong Kong.
細個反而冇留意佢係 made in Hong Kong。係啊。
When we were young, we don't really notice that it's made in Hong Kong.
Correct.
I guess
so
it's
not made in Hong Kong, it gets sent to the States, it gets boxed, and then it comes back to you.
所以有好多玩具咧係已經由香港製造就賣出去美國啊或者係歐洲啊。咁而家我哋啲收藏家咧又喺其他國家咁買翻過嚟。所以都係一個好有少搞笑，但係都係
有少搞笑。
係，
但我發覺佢嗰啲玩具原來都有好多唔同嘅產地。
係，
即係有除咗香港之外，仲有澳門啊嗰啲。
Yeah, so this is the minifig that Sammy has customized himself as well. Yeah, I believe the helmet is from a combination of the Stormtrooper helmet with the goggles of the scuba diver.
Yes.
Yeah. So he took the headpiece and grew them, and then he painted yellow.
Yeah, it looks really cool. It really does look like Brad Turner's helmet.
Yeah. So we have the actual Gator and the Lego M.A.S.K beside it.
Yeah.
And the minifig as well, which he customized.
Yeah.
Yeah. 咁同大家分享下你製作個 Gator 嗰陣時有冇嗰個真正嘅玩具喺你手上咧？
呢個有啊，呢個有，呢個係有嘅，呢個。
同埋嗰個你砌嗰個 Gator 有咩難度啊？我知道嗰個頭冚
係啊，個頭冚係最難砌，係啊。
咁點解咧？同觀眾解釋下個點解係會比較難少少咧？
因為佢嗰個斜度係呢個好難表達到出嚟，所以都要用咗啲特別嘅方法先砌得到出嚟。係。
So for Gator, he has the actual toy with him when he was building this, and the hardest part for him for this build is the bonnet part, which is as you can see, the curvature is more like 45 degrees angle, both to the left and right. So there's no one piece within Lego that has that as that shape. So he has to do a lot of trial and error to make this particular shape and in that size.
That's so cool.
And he has all the mechanism working exactly like the toy.
Very cool.
我哋所知道嘅嗰個Lego M.A.S.K 同嘅真嘅玩具咧係一模一樣嘅，即係變形同埋嗰個係。不如同我哋觀眾即係 show 俾觀眾睇下嗰個變形嘅過程咧。
好啊。咁主要就砌翻佢嗰個飛彈嗰個。
It works. Yeah.
So it works.
Yeah.
And it comes out nicely, very smooth. Yeah. So the body opens up.
Wow.
Yeah. And the hydroplane comes out nicely. Yeah.
Yes. And it's even got the little exhausts that are coming out on the front.
I think he painted the exhaust chrome as well.
Yeah. And he's got that little tab on the front, which on the toy is that little rubbery front part of it.
And that's the key part of the hydroplane as well.
And so the hydroplane is quite slim and small. I mean, it fits its perfect proportion, but it looks very sleek. It's like really,
You can see it's very smooth when he moves it.
Yeah. So transformation-wise, was this one considered? I mean, would this be considered one of the easier ones because it's top, bottom, and hinge, or was there anything special that he needed to do? Because I can see the bonnet that really was challenging getting those angles. Was that you said that's the biggest challenge, but the rest of it, did he find that fairly straightforward for him?
Robert 問即係你睇到我哋嘅吉普車咧，本身係呢個 size 都唔係話好大啦。咁砌啲吉普車，你開其他嗰啲變形開，好似要打開個上面個蓋啊，或者佢我哋所知道嘅頭冚，佢嗰個弧度啊，咁會唔會即係本身係邊個部分係最難砌咧？
最難砌其實係主要係個頭冚啦，頭冚個弧度啦，同埋就係要砌到佢可以收埋個快艇喺裏面咯。主要係呢兩樣嘢係最難，所以就變咗唔可以砌得太細架啦。如果太細架嘅時候咧，就好難做到呢兩樣嘢，係主要係。咁
你本身砌個 Gator 嗰陣時咧，你係咪想再砌細少少咧？
其實係嘅，其實本身係想砌細架啲嘅，但係覺得細架啲嘅時候就做唔到嗰個 detail 嗰啲位，咁咪變咗唯有犧牲砌翻大少少。
明白。咁我就解釋下先啦。OK，so for Gator the most difficult part is really the bonnet. The curvature part. However, the next challenge that really for this whole build is really the transformation from the Jeep mode to the hydroplane mode, because there is during the planning stage he has actually he had wanted to make it smaller.
Okay.
So when he started with the hydroplane, he realized that this is the optimum size that it should be for minifigs, and then from there he scaled up.
Then he builds the rest.
And it becomes what it is, what we see right now.
Yeah.
So in his when he first planned, he had wanted it to be smaller, but right now I think it turns out perfectly fine as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's slightly bigger than what he had envisioned, but at least the transformation and the and all the parts, all the moving parts are all moving very smoothly. He doesn't have to do any platforming as well.
Yeah, that's very clean. So I guess the chassis, that is Technic, right? Those
yes, the chassis is Technic.
Yeah. Very cool.
下面係用咗 Technic 件嘅，即係嗰個車。
係啊，下面嗰個嗰個位係。
同埋其他啲嗰個車轆同埋嗰個前面都係油咗個 chrome。
係啊。唔係個車轆本身係電路件嚟嘅。
哦，係電路件嚟。
本身係電路件嚟嘅，係啊。OK。係啊，同埋個軌面罩本身都係電路件嚟嘅。OK。即係用原裝嘅電路件啊，唔係油。係啊，原裝嘅 LEGO 跟住佢嘅電路件。Okay. So for this, the wheel and the what you can see the front part, the
the grill bumper,
the grill part, these are all original Lego chrome parts.
Yeah, it looks like that.
And he didn't paint them because some of the other parts he actually painted it, but this is really original. Parts.
It's very cool. That's beautiful.
Okay.
So which one's his favorite that he's built?
So, Sammy 你即係你
最中意邊格？
係最中意邊格？你砌咗咁多格之後，
我諗最中意應該都係架呢個應該最中意。
Bulldog。
Okay.
His favorite is the Bulldog.
Okay.
點解係你最中意嘅咧？
And that was the hardest, right? He was saying before. Is that his most challenging build?
即係最難砌啊！又
一來最難砌啦，二來本身其實我都中意個玩具，所以最俾心機砌係砌佢啦，係其實。
So this is his favorite toy and his favorite M.A.S.K built so far. Firstly is one of the most challenging builds that he has encountered so far. And next is he loves the toy and basically he loves it. I think it's also one of his favorite when he was young as well.
So we have very similar tastes because Bulldog is one of my favorites as an adult and Raven was one of my favorites as a kid. So I understand him.
Somehow he has that kind of like Optimus Prime.
Correct.
Like everyone loves a big truck.
Correct. That's so cool. I guess there's two questions that I can imagine most people would be interested to know. So my first question is, what's next?
Okay. 下一格係咩？係即係我哋都好想知道你下一格會想砌乜嘢咧？
Yeah, let's see, Sammy.
下一格其實我都未諗到。
So he doesn't have something concrete in mind yet on the next build that he wants to build.
Good choice. I was going to say I want to see a Manta.
He wanted to do a Manta.
Okay. I'm all for that. Very, very cool. And I guess he have any plans of stopping? He's just going to, as long as he's interested to build and he feels he can do a good job of it, he'll do it. But I guess every single one's its own challenge, right? So you just keep challenging yourself.
So Robert 問咧，即係我哋要知道你砌咗咁多個唔同嘅M.A.S.K 嘅 build 啦，咁你將來個打算咧係會繼續砌落去啊？即係將全部嘅M.A.S.K 嘅車砌晒啊，或者係你有咩心水嘅車係好想砌，跟住砌完之後你就會可能會停一停，再砌其他嘢咧？
其實都會繼續砌嘅，係啦。 睇下到時想砌邊款咯，都冇俾即係冇規定一個，即係諗住睇下點樣
會砌邊個先啊？
係啦，隨意啊，
即係睇心情啦，好隨意啊，即係中意邊個砌邊個啊。係啦。但係我都發覺有一樣嘢好似係話冇其他飛機啊，或者即係飛機啊，有仲有咩？
都係喎，其實砌飛機都可能係下一個目標，好。
So for him, he doesn't. It's more like which one he really love.
Yeah.
Yeah, the feel that he wants
Correct.
to build that particular vehicle, and he will just go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever inspires him, right? I guess.
Exactly.
Very cool. Yeah. And I guess the other thing, I mean, I've spoken with Sammy about this before, and I know it's something that gets asked, and I'm sure he gets asked that a lot because every time he posts stuff, people will ask, "Where can I get this?" Like, has he got any plans ever? Because I mean, he's built it inside out without a plan, right? So I guess creating an MOC would be quite. He'd have to dismantle, or can you just recreate it? Does he have any plans at all, or are all of these going to be one-offs? That's it, or is he going to make a second version, a second one? I don't know.
咁Robert 嘅問題係我哋所知道，我哋本身係砌 MOC 啊，最常見或者最常聽到嘅問題咧，通常就係人哋會問你哇呢個你點樣嚟㗎？你係買翻嚟啊，或者你係點砌啊？有冇 instruction 啊？有冇你會唔會之後出啲說明書出嚟？說明書啊咁樣或者你會唔會拆咗出嚟再做啲？會唔會賣啊？會唔會做說明書咁啊？咁Robert 嘅問題就係通常你即係遇到呢啲問題，你會點樣同啲即係嗰啲上網嗰啲即係網友溝通啊？或者係你會點樣回答佢哋咧？
其實我係唔識做說明書，同埋又唔識用軟件砌 LEGO， 咁變咗其實我每一架都係即係用磚係砌出嚟，咁變咗其實好難可以砌到第二架出嚟。係，所以我通常都係答佢哋冇得賣啊，唔好意思咁樣咯。通常都係咁。
Yeah. So Sammy was just sharing with us that most of his builds are just one and only because he builds it with his own bricks.
Yeah.
He doesn't really do it in LDD or video. He doesn't have at the moment he doesn't do any instructions. So whenever that someone is ask him about the instruction, I mean there's just really no instruction.
Yeah.
If he takes it apart, most of the time he might not be able to actually rebuild it.
Yeah,
because it's all very unique. So this is, I mean, at the current stage, that is the, he doesn't have any plan to be selling them as well. So so I mean, it's really for his own creation and his own collection.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think I just wanted to put that out because that's something that people do ask a lot, so it's easier to kind of put it together. But I fully understand. I mean, it's his own babies that he's kind of built, and they were built for himself. And I guess us fans can just learn to enjoy them, and he's uploaded quite a few amazing videos onto Facebook. I've kind of collated some onto the MASKFORCE website as well, and I guess that will be people's main way of being able to experience them.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm hoping same as with yours. One day, when COVID's over and I can get down to Hong Kong, I would love to be able to make spins of them, and then we can kind of keep them on a spin platform so people can at least play around with them rotating.
Yeah, in fact, we will. I mean, between Sammy and I, we have this wish that when COVID is over, I will probably go back to Hong Kong and then bring all my builds with me, and then we will just have a convention and display all together. With my Border Hill and all the builds that I have built.
Yeah.
So we put it all together. I think it's super awesome.
I'd love to come down to that. That'll be cool. Can live stream that.
So Robert 頭先就講就話因為我哋而家知道疫情嘅關係啦，咁如果冇疫情嘅話，即係佢係好想過嚟香港啊睇下你做嘅 build 啊，同埋我哋本身自己都有 傾過咧話，即係我哋好想有一日，我哋將你全部我哋砌好嘅嘢
group 埋一齊，
係咯，
展覽一次。
我哋都希望係啊，好希望可以做得到。
係啊，
咁應該係如果冇問題嘅話，希望明年啦。不過今年都有少少困難。
今年應該都好難啊。
都好難，係咯。係咯，我哋好想。
咁啊都好嘅，有啲時間俾我哋再砌多幾款，跟住先一次過集齊晒，好。
Show hand 啦。
係啊。
Yeah, so we're just sharing that. Yeah, we would love to have a convention that showcases everything together.
Yeah,
but I guess for this year it's still a little bit challenging. I guess.
Well, it gives both of you some time to make some more creations.
Yeah.
It
gives us more time to to really do more.
Yeah.
Especially we are really stuck at home.
Yeah. So
咁我哋本身都係成日都喺屋企㗎啦，因為我哋都冇得出街，比較少想出街有時。係
啊，其實就係點解今年會砌咗咁多出嚟，就係因為舊年唔係今年。舊年點解砌咗咁多出嚟，就係因為疫情，所以就喺屋企
多啲時間。係。So really the silver lining for COVID is really I mean, for builders and for collectors, we do have more time. Sometimes
we have to take some silver lining with things. I mean, it's horrible, but at least we need to make use of what we can. I mean, I'm always in amazement. I wanted to ask one other thing. I mean, is Sammy considered what's his affiliation with Lego? Is he purely a fan customizer, like fan builder, or because I mean his creations are like on a Lego master builder level, I think, where he's doing things.
Yeah, let me ask the question. Robert 想問你咧，因為本身我哋都知道你砌嗰啲 Lego 係好勁啦。咁你喺香港即係 Lego 界嘅即係會唔會有即係可以同我哋分享下嘅喺 LEGO 界有咩溝通啊，或者係會唔會有好似我哋本身係有啲開個 LEGO 會啊，咁有個團體啊咁樣啊，咁可以同大家分享你喺香港有冇個團體啊或者咩咧？
其實就係我之前一路都好少出去參加嗰啲展覽，都係自己屋企砌，都係擺下上網咁樣咯。咁都有一個group 嘅 WhatsApp group，我哋嗰個Unmasked嗰個機械團咯，咁樣跟住就係咯，都主要都係咁，係上年參加過一個展覽咯，係就係嗰次咯，咁就可能嚟緊都會多啲呢啲活動。因為都識咗佢哋之後，佢哋都會嗌埋我，
鼓勵你去參展啊，同埋砌多啲嘢啦，係咯。
係啦。
咁我翻譯下先啊。
好。
Yeah, so Sammy was just sharing with us that he used to be building very much on his own. Until recently, he joins a group called the Silver Sprout. Yeah, in Cantonese, is okay. I heard about a story before. They call themselves the team. Okay, this word is like when you play during the Japanese anime, all the robots, the sound is like what we usually heard is pew 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 pew, but in Cantonese it's always
Oh,
so
okay.
Yeah. So when they come up with the name, that's how they come up with the name, basically.
Okay.
So yeah. So in English it's called Silver Sprout. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, he joined the group, and from there he get to know many different friends, and the friends all encouraged him to build more as well as to take part in his first convention last year, and he really enjoyed it. So he's looking forward to exhibit his builds in more exhibition going forward. But of course, that will also depends on how the situation evolves.
Correct.
over time.
Yeah.
But definitely this is something that is in the pipeline and what he wants to do.
Very cool. No, it's so cool. I mean, I think they deserve to be all of your creations, both yours and his, and there's so many, and everyone's style is different, which I love as well. It's different interpretations of the same things, and they're all unique. It's amazing.
Yeah, and I guess that's one of the ways that we can actually keep the hobby going. Yeah, to maybe add a little bit of flair of your own to
correct.
Yeah, to make it interesting for old collectors and for new people that may not have no mask to really appreciate. You can really do something with Lego and mask together.
Correct. Combine two passions, which I think a lot of M.A.S.K fans were Lego fans. I mean, most people had Lego at some point in their life.
Definitely.
Yeah, if not, I mean, even as an adult, pick up.
It's the beauty of having this fusion of Lego creation and to like what Sammy is showing right here, all the different builds that he does, the attention to details, the effort that he make into doing all the stickers and all that. It's really tremendous effort. And it's amazing.
I love it. I think it's wonderful. Is there anything else Sammy would like to share? Because I mean, it's awesome, and I from my end, I'm really looking forward to see what he comes up with next. It's always fun seeing the. I mean, when I chat with him, I guess with the language barrier, we end up communicating, I guess, through the toys, and then using emotions to kind of convey that. And I think that's probably just as powerful as words.
Let me just ask the question. Sammy 咁Robert 想問你咧，我哋知道你都砌咗咁多咁靚嘅 MOC 啦，咁接落嚟你係有咩打算啊？或者係即係砌咗咁多之後，你或者你有其他嘅感想啊？有咩即係你砌咗咁多 MOC 之後咧，即係對於 M.A.S.K 有咩特別嘅情懷啊咩啊，有咩可以同我哋 share 下咧？即係
依家就係因為砌翻，所以先睇翻佢個卡通片啊，跟住先留意翻嗰啲玩具。因為細個雖然有玩過，但係其實唔係每款都有接觸咯。咁反而依家咧就真係會每款會睇下佢，就發覺佢其實佢嗰啲變形啊，成都設計得好好，咁都好欣賞佢嗰陣時已經可以諗到啲咁犀利嘅變形，就係。
我幫你翻譯下先嚇。Yeah, so Sammy was just sharing with us that we watched the cartoon back, like because previously he really doesn't watch much of the cartoon. He wasn't sharing as a kid. So it's through the cartoon he started to appreciate the transformation more. Especially the cartoon was like almost 30 years back. And even though it's aged, but it's still very relevant. And the cartoon is just amazing in terms of the transformation.
I mean,
so that's something that on retrospect, which is what I'm facing as well. I think the toys are amazing, even though it's 30 years old.
No, exactly. I mean, it's that whole. There's so many avenues. You can love the toys, you can love the cartoon, you can even love the comics. It can be UK, it can be US, or you can love creating, just being fascinated by the customs. It's cool, there's something for everyone. And or you can be like us and just like everything, so which is awesome.
Exactly.
No, I mean, I want to add also, I mean, I think people should, if you want to find out more of Sammy's stuff, I think the best place to see his things is on his direct page. And then if not, they can join the M.A.S.K Hong Kong fan club. I'll put the link down below. And then I believe he also shares most of the stuff onto most of the Facebook toy groups. And of course, you can always find all his stuff on our MASKFORCE page, where we try to put all his videos, and you can see videos there as well. At least it's together if you miss them anywhere else.
Sammy 想問你咧，即係如果有我哋今日嘅讀者咧，想見到你多啲嘅即係你嘅作品啊，我哋知道你有自己嘅 Facebook 專頁啦，咁同埋 係即係除咗你嘅專業，我仲知道你有其他嘅，即係我哋本身仲有一個 Facebook group 啦。
係啊，
仲有其他嘅渠道可以睇到你啲作品嘅，
係啦，都係 M.A.S.K
咁除咗 Facebook 之外，
除咗 Facebook 之外，
啲 M.A.S.K 嘅 group 啦，即係 Instagram 都有啦。
Instagram as well, right? Yeah.
不過我就比較少用 Instagram。
Yeah. So we'll put all the links down because there are quite a few people who aren't on Facebook, and so they've got other avenues that they can follow him on. No, I guess
sharing that he doesn't use Instagram that much.
Yeah.
He mostly use Facebook and to share on Facebook group as well.
Yeah. I mean, I guess
遲下可能會開 YouTube channel， 可能會。
Okay. So he's looking into opening his own YouTube channel as well in the future.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, I mean, once it's up, we can always update everything everywhere. I mean, I guess I'm still really so. I mean, all I can be left to say is thank you for joining us today, and thank you so much for all you're doing, and of course, a huge thank you to you, Ivan, for helping us out and being our conduit, and not just conduit. You're part of the team and you're part of the community, so that is amazing. Yeah,
it's my pleasure.
I guess it's quite late for the both of you, but thanks so much.
Well.
I'm cool. Nice to meet you virtually, Sammy.
Thank you. Welcome.
Bye bye.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Chat soon.
Bye-bye.
Take care.